and Tom.
I know.
Of all the couples we know.
I know.
Oh, God, Gabe introduced them.
God, you're right.
What do you think of the Shiraz?
The spring.
I think so, too. Can you imagine what that would be like? You spend your entire adult life with someone, and it turns out that person, the one person you entrusted your fate to, is an imposter? Can you imagine?
Come on, Karen. We don't know the whole story.
What does anyone know? He was complicit as he cheated on her.
There's got to be more than that. It can't be simple as that, Karen. You know that never is. Honey, you're talking about someone who up until like 2 hours ago you thought was the salt of the earth.
I know. I was wrong. I can't believe I could have been so wrong about a person. Have I ever been so wrong about someone before? Gosh, what does it say about my judgment?
Come on, Karen. He's the same person that you've known and loved for years.
No, he's not. He couldn't be. I'm beginning to think he was never that person.
Karen.
Maybe he never existed at all.
Come on.
Maybe he was a figment of our collective imaginations. He's very seductive. Your friend. He was true blue. He really did. What? He's a compatible guy, decent, loving, hard-working, a good father.
All those things. So he made a transgression.
A transgression?
Still the same old Tom.
This is more than a mere transgression. How could I ever look him in the eye again? I can't. What he did to Beth and the kids?
So what do we do? Abandon him? He's my oldest friend.
I don't expect you to do anything. Do whatever you like. I'm telling you, I can't look at him anymore.
Maybe he's really in trouble. Maybe he is. What kind of friends would we be if we went ahead and punished him? I have a feeling that Beth is doing a pretty damn good job of punishing him herself.
She is the injured party.
So what does that mean? She's the injured party. So what? We can only stay friends with her?
I'm telling you, I can't be friends with him anymore. You be friends with whoever you want. As far as I'm concerned, someone who conducts his life like this is not to be trusted.
You are so strict.
I am not strict. I resent that. That's one of those words.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm principled. You can't fault me for being principled.
But doesn't forgiveness enter it for you? Or are you too principled for that?
Some things are not forgivable. This is not forgivable.
Or
that's too easy. I'm sorry. Actions have consequences.
remind me not to get on your bad side.
You do something like this, I'm telling you right now, you are.
Really?
You better believe it. None of that sleeping in the bed and shit.
It's for the kids' sake. That's what she said. I can understand
He's
that.
going to decimate his family. He doesn't deserve to sleep under the same roof. I'm sorry.
But it's for the
Privilege.
kids.
He lost that privilege.
Boy, you are really tough.
Don't be facetious. There has got to be a price for doing what he did. This neither nor situation just won't do. I don't know how she could tolerate that. I was thrown the hell out.
So, if in a moment of weakness, I to check up her or something, and
Foolish enough to confess to you and beg you for your forgiveness, you tell me what? Go fuck myself?
That's right.
we couldn't even be friends.
No way. Are you kidding?
We couldn't even be civil to one another. At least now I know where you stand.
If you had any doubt.
Thing is, you never really know what couples are like when they're alone. You know that. You never do. There's no way of knowing. It's all very mysterious.
There goes the vineyard.
Oh, God, you're
Beth coming back to me and said she'd leave Tom to take over? It's ridiculous.
sounds awful.
Yes.
It's like a death, isn't it?
Why are you so quiet tonight?
What? What do you mean?
When Beth was telling us, you were so silent.
wasn't silent. I was stunned, shocked.
Well, you let me do most of the talking.
That's not the case.
Oh, I think that you do most of the time.
I do not.
Yes, you do. You have generally more to say on any given subject than I do. That's why we work well together. You talk, I write. You edit me.
You're a baby.
Not being what?
I think what Beth was telling us, I think it was very hard for you.
Of course it was hard. Nobody wants to hear about his closest
No,
friends
not what
going
I'm
through
talking
something
about. Don't
like
be
this.
defensive. I think all this marital talk is too close to home. I think it made you very uncomfortable.
Made me uncomfortable.
Yes.
Well, like I said, it's not the most pleasant of topics.
Don't play dumb with me, Gabe.
What?
You're playing dumb.
No, I'm not. I know what you're talking about.
No, you do this, whenever I want you to talk to me about something like this. It is important.
So what, you trying to take a fight with me
No,
now or
Gabe.
what? What do you want me to say? That this whole thing scares the shit out of me?
Yes.
Well, it does, okay?
It does me too. You think you're safe on solid ground, and all of a sudden your cracks open.
What the hell was that? Oh shit, you're not gonna believe this. I think it's Tom. It is.
He's supposed to be in Washington.
Well, he's not. He just drove in our driveway.
Well, I don't want to see him. Tell him I went to bed.
Come on, Karen, you can't do that.
He's not here to see me anyway. He's here to see you. He's your friend.
That's not true. You love Tom.
No, I thought I did.
Don't leave me alone with him, please.
Hi.
This is crazy. It's really late and everything.
It's okay, come in.
I just had to see you guys. Here's another fine mess I've gotten myself into. I'll stay. Hi. It's okay, Karen. You can hug me. I'm not contagious. Thanks.
I said you were in Washington.
Yeah, I never got there.
How the night to be on the road?
Yeah, I was slipping and sliding. Oh, I didn't mean to drop in on you guys like this. I was going to call you on the way over, but I forgot to charge my phone. Sorry.
Don't apologize to me.
So, you had dinner?
Actually, no, just a crappy sandwich at the airport.
Let me fix you a plate.
Oh, no, you don't have to do that.
No problem, really.
It's really late.
Tom's right. It really is late.
No problem, really. I think a light supper would be just fine.
Thanks. Hey, you wouldn't happen to have any of that lemon almond polenta cake left, would you?
Matter of fact, we do.
Great.
She told you about that?
Yeah, she said it was wonderful.
You talk about cake?
Yeah, why not? We talk.
Well, you two can bond. I'm going to bed.
Karen, wait. Look. I know this is awkward.
Not at all.
It's a lot to digest all at once. I know. You're angry at me, I can tell.
No, I'm not.
Karen, this is just what I learned to avoid. You've already made up your mind.
No, we haven't.
It's very late.
I wanted us to-
tired.
I wanted us to tell you together, face to face. I knew this was going to happen, and so did she. It was really vindictive of her.
Yeah, I
It
really don't want to get
was.
into this with you right now. You drop in here unannounced.
I said I was sorry about that. My cell phone was dead.
Yeah, well, I'm going to bed.
Honey, I didn't want a night to pass without seeing you guys.
Good night.
Hey, aren't you even willing to hear me out? Don't you think you owe it to me? Owe it to our friendship? You guys mean too much to me to just
You know what? You made your point, Tom. You drove all the way over here in a snowstorm to lobby for our support. That's very politic of you.
I'm not lobbying for anything. I just think you've got to hear me out. You can't just go by what Beth says.
It's pretty unambiguous, isn't it, Tom?
No, it's not. I'm not the villain here. And if you insist on seeing me as the villain, I can tell you things about Beth.
Why, there's no end on love stories.
Things that might give you a little perspective on all this. Did she tell you how she wouldn't touch me anymore?
I don't want to hear this.
Huh? Did she tell you how she stopped touching me?
I don't want to hear it!
But hey, if you don't want to hear it, you just want to stay distant.
It's so squalid! A stewardess!
Karen, is that what she said?
I mean, really, couldn't you do a little better than that?
Nancy's not a stewardess. She's a travel agent, okay?
I don't care what she is, Tom. The point is, you fucked her!
God, what are you so angry about? Jesus, she acts as if I...
Any man who would do that to his wife, to his family?
Karen, you think I'd do something like break up my family lightly? Do you, Karen? Is that what you think of me?
I don't know what I think of you, Tom. I honestly don't.
Karen,
All I know is, she better be worth it.
maybe you'd better go to bed.
Maybe I should. Good night, boys.
Boy, this is any indication of what it'd be like if I had.
Yeah, I knew she wasn't going to make it easy, but... Jesus.
Well, it's all pretty new. Give it some time. I can throw that in the oven if you like.
No, it's fine. Looks magnificent.
Wine?
Oh, please. I want you to know I really appreciate this. I'm feeling so uprooted these days.
It's understandable.
Sleeping in a den, a suitcase.
Good?
Yeah, how'd you do it?
It's very simple, really. You marinated it overnight.
Fantastic.
Thanks. Beth thinks you're having a breakdown.
Of course Beth thinks I'm having a breakdown. If you were Beth, would you prefer to think that? I haven't gone crazy, Gabe. I've gone insane. It's the best I've felt about myself in a long, long time.
If you only confided in me. No, really. I mean, if you told me what was going on in your head.
Yeah, what? You would have tried to reason with me?
Yes.
Maybe I didn't want to be reasonable. I've been reasonable my entire life.
What is it, Tom? Is it just sex?
Just sex? No, it's not just sex. Well, of course, that's part of it. That really wouldn't touch me. Lately, the sex has been terrific.
You mean you and Beth?
Yeah.
You and Beth are still having sex. I just would have thought, under these circumstances, the level of hatred and animosity. I don't necessarily see how combat is conducive to great sex.
God, it's been so intense. The sex has been this good when we still have marriage.
I must really be out of it. I always thought really great sex was the product of trust and love and mutual respect.
You're kidding, right? Don't underestimate rage. Rage is an amazing aphrodisiac.
Huh.
Really polite.
Yeah, no white flower at all. So you and Beth are still making love?
Well, I wouldn't exactly call it making love. She really wouldn't touch me.
What do you mean?
You wait someone who loved you might casually slip a hand through your arm or onto your shoulder or something. I did an experiment. Decided I wasn't going to touch her and see how long it took before she touched me. I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about skin-to-skin contact. A simple good night kiss. Holding hands. She wouldn't touch me anymore, at all. I gave it a week. Couldn't stand it. I broke down and cried.
Gee.
I don't know about you, but I'm at the point in my life where I want to enjoy myself. I don't want to go through life wondering if I'm going to get lucky with my own wife. You go to bed and you think you're going to have sex, and you say something, some kind of offhanded remark of no consequence whatsoever. The pisses are off, the nude is gone, and it's lights out. That's it. I must have masturbated more than any married man in history.
Doubt that. Besides, whoever said that marriage meant sex 24 hours a day?
I'm not asking for 24 hours a day. All I'm asking for is a little affection.
Have there been other women?
No.
Sorry.
No, Gabe. There were no other women. There were opportunities, though. When you're on the road as much as I am, you're lonely, you're far from home. It's like you're not living in real time. Be in a hotel bar and strike up a conversation with some female colleague or a divorcee with big hair. And I'd make them laugh and they'd look pretty. And I'd feel confident again. You know, and think, gee, maybe I am still clever and attractive after all. There'd be that electricity in the air, that kind of buzz I hadn't felt since college. Remember? When a single move, any move at all, and there'd be sex. I get scared. Go back to my room and call it that. Guilt. Hope. Had some shit out. About something I neglected to do or did badly. Well, from the time I met Nancy, she made me feel good from the first time I talked to her on the phone. We hadn't even been acquainted yet. She booked all my travel. She had this great laugh and this flirty sense of humor. And she said, I've been talking to you for weeks now. I want to meet you already. I began thinking to myself, why the hell not? What am I saving myself for? This hypercritical woman waiting for me back home who looks at me with withering disappointment all the time. It's accusatory. How could you be so thoughtless? On one hand, there's this delightful woman who makes me feel worthwhile. And there's this other woman, my wife, who makes me feel like shit. Who would you choose?
So what happens now, Tommy?
What do you mean, what happens now?
What are you going to do? You can go to someone?
Go to someone?
A counselor, a therapist.
What would be the point? What's more?
Tom, we're talking about your family.
But the marriage is over. What have I been telling you?
But how do you know it's over?
Because I know. Because as far as I'm concerned, it's been over for a long time.
That's how you feel now, if you know. Don't you want to be absolutely sure that you're making the right decision?
I am making the right decision. Are you questioning my decision?
Well,
Are you?
no, I mean, if I were you...
You're not me.
Okay. All I'm saying is, Tommy, if I were you, then I would want to be certain there was absolutely no hope whatsoever. I mean, how can you just walk away, Tommy? How can you throw up your hands and walk away? I don't get it.
Shit.
12 years. Don't you think you owe it to your kids?
I stuck it out this long for my kids. It doesn't make sense anymore. It isn't doing anybody any good.
But what if it's a transient thing? Or a midlife crisis thing or something. And don't you want to know if it's something that'll pass before you do something irrevocable?
This is not what I wanted from you, okay? If you were really my friend.
What do you mean about a really your friend, asshole? Of course I'm really your friend.
If you were really my friend, you'd just listen.
Just listen.
Yes.
That's what you want. I'm not supposed to say a word.
I don't want your advice. I don't want to know what you think. I just need you to hear me. Is that asking too much?
Jesus, Tommy. You dropped this bombshell on us. We're going to have opinions.
Well, I don't want to hear them, all right? My head is spinning with shoulds and shouldn't. I've been going through this stuff over and over. It may be news to you, but I've been living with it for a long time. I made up my mind. I just need you to hear me out.
Okay. Go ahead. Talk.
Never mind.
Talk. I'm all ears.
Lips are sealed. I hope you never know the loneliness I hope you never do.
Don't go. I'll let you talk. I will. I'll keep my mouth shut.
See you.
Come on.
Gabe?
Yeah.
So? How was that?
Okay.
Come to bed and tell me.
In a minute.